Welcome to the What Do You Have to Say podcast. I'm Uriah, and that is Phil. That is Phil, your host. We're two cousins with two perspectives, but one mission. Our mission is to explore topics such as lifestyle, current events, and personal growth, and we'll likely have some difficult conversations along the way. We want to talk about it all. In today's episode, we're asking, what do you have to say about superheroes?
Superman in the sky, Batman in the night, Wonder Woman for the fight, Green Lantern burning bright, Spider-Man got the high, Black Panther with the might. Let's go, don't go, ho, let's go. Yeah, you don't need a cape.
So today we're diving into the world of capes, and powers,
What?
and mass crusaders. Yep.
That's right.
And we're not just going to talk about those awesome powers that they might have, but we sort of want to talk about what heroes truly mean to us, why we're drawn to them, perhaps how they're reflected in our culture. And I guess we're hoping that we'll take a little bit of, that you might even take a little bit of time to answer those questions for yourself. So we are going to be trying to answer the question, what do you have to say about superheroes? So Phil, what
Sounds
do you think
good.
about that topic?
I think that it is. I think it is. It has some depth to it. You know that it's just like it says. Every superhero, does not wear a cape, and so it. Instantly came to my mind, and it made me think about my childhood, and it made me think about the superheroes that are kind of it, in here, and that the media has kind of
What do you
given
mean in
us
here?
in here. Superman
Okay.
and Batman and Robin and the Avengers and all of those superheroes that are put in here as well. And like every hero is not about wearing a cape or a mask. So I think I'm in for a treat today about
You, you,
superheroes.
you know that I'm glad that you said like in here, and I asked you, what does this mean?
Uh-huh.
Um,
Right.
and you'll see what I mean about that in a second. But
Okay.
not all heroes wear a cape. I
Yeah.
consider my grandparents superheroes for me,
Absolutely.
in a way.
Absolutely.
There have been a couple of teachers that I think are superheroes for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm um, 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 a psychotherapist, and
Mm-hmm.
I've had a supervisor along the way that I think is a superhero to me in the way that they helped me.
Right, right. I
Yeah.
I can really identify with that because I've had mentors and instructors and even some family members that I have looked up to that are,
Mhm.
like you said, your grandparents that are our grandparents that were really superheroes. And, it leads me to, and I don't want to get ahead of the definition of a
Okay.
superhero,
Okay.
but I'm,
Well,
I'm a,
then let's do
yeah.
this.
Okay, go
I'm going
ahead.
to play a a video, maybe 30 seconds or so,
Hmm.
and it speaks to what you just said about how these superheroes are in our brain. So I'm going to play some videos with superheroes, and I just want to know how many of them that you know.
Okay.
Okay. Who's that?
Batman,
Who's this?
Green Lantern. No.
Okay.
Yes.
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 Who's that?
Oh, that's Spider-Man. Who?
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Who's this?
Wonder what? Oh man,
I love it when she's running like that.
it's because I like that. Superman. Oh, Black Panther, man. Yes, yes. That right there. Yes, yes, yes. Wow. Wow.
So,
Yes, yes.
so you knew all of them. See
Uh-huh.
how in depth it sort of gets in its
Mhm.
culturally?
Mhm.
I think, and it would be cool to see whether people really like comics or superhero movies. I bet
Mhm.
you most people would be able to identify at
Right.
least
Right.
half or three quarters
Yes.
of those people, right?
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
do you
I
have a favorite?
do I
Go
have a
ahead.
favorite? Not really. I think well, no, 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 no. I liked Black Panther, even though I was just introduced to Black Panther in the last 5, 6, 7 years or so.
Mhm.
Even though Black Panther has been part of Marvel, I'm not sure even in the comics
Yeah. Yep.
for a while. So, but we were just introduced to him, like globally, or but Spider Man, but I have to say Spider-Man is kind of like my man, but Superman, of course, because he is faster than a locomotive and fast, we kind of grew up with him, and or at least I did. And everything was about Superman with Superman on his chest and kryptonite and everything. And
Right.
he came to save the
He was
day.
everywhere.
He's everywhere, saving it all. So yeah,
Well,
Superman.
You said Spider-Man is like my man. What
Yeah,
makes you drawn to Spider-Man? I'm curious.
because of the webs, and he could
Okay.
shoot webs out of his hand,
Okay.
and just he is Spider-Man, and I,
I think most kids I can remember growing up, they used to we got a Spider-Man web thing, but it was just like a something you attach to your wrist with a plastic dart that you would go ping and shoot the dart out from your wrist.
yes, yes.
But I do believe that people are attracted to uh, the webs, just like you
It's
said.
the webs. I mean, and also he can climb buildings like that. He can stick to buildings just like, and I guess that interactiveness with the Spidey man,
Hmm.
as opposed to Superman. What Superman could look through? Did he have he could look through
X-ray
these
vision,
eyes? That, and then he could do some beams or something with his eyes. Um,
but still, you were
yes,
drawn to Spider-Man.
absolutely, absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Well,
Yes, yes.
I always, and I think forever, will love Superman. I like what
Uh-huh.
he represents. I like his strength. But more recently, I would say probably in the past 10 years, well, in the past 5 years, like you just said, I got introduced to Black Panther and I was like, love Black Panther. But
Love
even
Black Panther.
before Black Panther was Green Lantern.
I know.
When they introduced, or when I knew, which it has been for a while, but that there was a Black Green Lantern, I loved
Right.
it. And the reason why, and I just want you to hear me out.
Okay.
You know,
Same.
in our culture, anything that was powerful,
Mm-hmm.
and if you were black or brown, especially if you're black, you're gonna be greased lightning, or you're gonna be somebody who runs fast, or something
Oh,
like that,
oh,
right? Like a lot
right.
of the black superheroes are electricity, or
Oh,
they run fast, or something like
uh-huh,
that.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
But Green Lantern, and I'm not versed in Green Lantern, so y'all who know Green Lantern,
Oh
please
man,
forgive
please do,
me.
because I don't know too much either.
He the When you are endowed with the Green Lantern ring, which gives you the power, it goes to a virtuous person. Doesn't mean that you're perfect, but a
Uh-huh,
virtuous
uh-huh,
person.
uh-huh.
And so when that ring comes to you and you put it on, it's because it identified you. And I love that it is identifying a black man. And that's why
I got you.
I think my
I got you.
favorite is Green Lantern, but you'll never be able to push Superman out of the picture for me.
Okay. Oh, never. Never, never, never. And I wish that I knew more about Black Lantern. I mean, Black Lantern. The Green Lantern. The Green Lantern. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be my homework, man. is find
Okay.
out as much about Green Lantern, and I'm writing notes as we're going,
Okay. Good.
and the attributes of Green Lantern, and because sometimes I get it confused with there is the Green Hornet, isn't there? The
There is.
green
I don't know anything about him.
the Green Hornet, I think.
There's a Green
And
Hornet.
oh yeah, it's right. So
Yeah.
and the Green
Well,
Lantern, yeah.
I want us to also explore. So we're identifying. So we know that we're going to be able to pick out superheroes whether we really know them or not,
Mm-hmm.
probably. But
Mm-hmm.
why do we love them? And
Mm.
what's the enduring appeal of superheroes, right? Because as you said something, that Black Panther had been a part of Marvel for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for the golden age, we've had superheroes, right? Um, with Superman being the most notable,
Mm-hmm.
to today with Marvel, Iron Man is gigantic, and we cannot forget Batman.
At
Batman is
all. Yeah.
said to be one of the most popular superheroes, right? So, let me. I'm gonna. There's a video on why do we love superheroes, and I've
Okay.
cut it up into like three, four,
Okay.
or three or four things. And I sort of like this first clip because it helps us understand a little bit more of maybe why we like them so much. And I think some of it is a little bit out of our control, and maybe or maybe not. So here we
Out
go.
of our control.
Like
What do you
subconscious, it's
believe?
cultural.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
From the golden age of Superman to the kitschy 60s Batman to the hard drinking Iron Man, superheroes and crime fighters have long filled our comic books and movie screens with a mix of bravado and bravery.
We all dream of having that kind of power, especially over ourselves, being able to control our own lives. And superheroes demonstrate an amazing ability to control not only their own lives, but the lives of many, many people surrounding them through great feats of strength, but also great feats of character.
Great feats of strength, but great
Great feats of
feats of
character.
character.
I think that when he mentioned the word bravado, especially from a male point of view, that we all want to is have that semblance, or that we want to have that persona of that male bravado and strong, and all of those superheroes, they exhibit that. All those attributes, they have that, and we're drawn to that. I get, yeah. And he said control, not only themselves but the people around them as
Yes.
well.
Uh-huh.
And that makes sense. Why are we drawn to
You know,
superheroes? Yeah.
um, all those points that you said, he was talking about because they embody the dream of having
Ooh.
ultimate control of our own life
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
those of those around them. That's interesting, right? So in a
Yes.
way,
Yes.
we're projecting into the superhero because they feel that superhero seems like they're under control, and we desire
Every
that,
time.
right?
Every time.
Every time. Most of
Every
it
time.
now. More
Oh,
recently, they're becoming more flawed a little bit and having some more difficulties, but they always come on top. They get back on top.
okay. Can we just flip it just a little bit, because Clark Kent is
Mhm.
not strong. I mean, his
The
persona of
persona,
Clark Kent is like a bumbling, not that. And even who was Batman? Who was Batman's name?
Bruce Wayne,
Bruce Wayne. Did he
he was
exhibit
in
those?
control.
He was in
No,
control. He
he
was
was
not.
wealthy. Oh,
Well, oh yes, 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 yes. Come
he was
from wealthy.
wealthy.
So, oh, Riley.
But I hear what you're
Just
saying.
yeah,
Even in what
just
we're talking
yeah,
about, the
yeah.
dichotomy of Clark Kent and
Kent,
Superman,
man,
Clark Kent
Kent was
represents bumbling and out of
uh-huh,
control, and the other
uh-huh.
persona, Superman, is in control.
Right.
So it's split
Or
there too.
and I guess he had to suppress that, because a
What do
few
you mean?
times suppress that Superman, in appearance to
Sure.
fit in,
He had to
and
control.
he had, oh, so he was in
He had to
control.
control his
He is, yeah, his
himself as Clark Kent,
yeah, yeah, he
right?
did. Yeah,
So
yeah.
in that, what he was saying in his research, he said that for most people, superheroes, he's whittling it down, represents a desire for power, right? The ability to influence control. Um, that also it's self mastery.
Hmm.
What if we learn or we figure out how to be in complete command of ourselves, which
Hmm.
we I don't know we can do that. I don't know if it's even beneficial to try. And then
Hmm.
also the impact that superheroes represent the impact on others because their capacity to significantly affect and protect people
Mhm. Mhm.
through their actions and just their
Mhm.
own character.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
that's the things that they sort of represent to us. That's a lot.
That is a lot, and
It's nothing that I ever thought about before. Not like
never,
that.
never, no, no, no. I mean, because you think about, and while you were speaking, I was thinking about how much that we access ourselves. I've heard that we use, I don't know what percentage of our brains, you know,
Yeah.
but it's a small percentage of our intellect that we use. And it seems like superheroes maximize and use 100% of their all their faculties and strength and intellect. And if we were able to do that for ourselves, do you know how far we would be right now? You know,
Right now.
right now. Yeah.
You know, when you said that, the first thing that popped into my head was The Incredible Hulk and Dr. Bruce
Oh,
Banner. And I used to love watching
oh,
that TV show.
I
I'm not so much of a fan of the Hulk now, but
no, no.
I think
But Bruce
that
Banner?
mastery,
Yes,
right.
yes,
I think it
yes.
has to do with he was trying to master some aspect of behavior or strength. Oh, I remember he his at least in the TV show, his research was on people, namely mothers, who were in accidents or something and gained incredible strength to rescue their child. He was trying to
Oh,
replicate that, right?
oh, I didn't know that. Oh man,
Right?
okay.
So he was trying to replicate that and it went haywire. And it sort of bisected him again to
Uh-huh.
the out of control searching for to the person who was still out of control, but actually sort of in control because they had all
Mm-hmm.
the strength and the
Mm-hmm.
power.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. I didn't know that. But you said something about people that have that human, I mean, they're not human like strength, lifting cars off of people
Mm.
that are, it's people that are trapped under cars.
Mhm.
I don't know if I've heard anything recently of something happening like that. I've heard like people lifting a car, several people lifting a car or something. But that super sauce strength or supernatural strength or whatever it is.
There
Um,
is a clip, and I wish I would have thought
oh
about that.
man, I
Well,
yeah, yeah.
there's a clip of 2 toddlers, probably no older than 2 or 3. I'll
Mhm,
give them 3,
mhm,
and they were playing, and the bookcase that they was on, one was trying to climb up, fell over, and
mhm.
I'll as soon as we get finished here, I'll
Okay,
show it to you,
yeah, yeah.
and, one of the twins lifts that bookcase up off of his brother.
What you say? What you say?
I it's forever in my YouTube playlist because I was like, "Listen, when it gets down to it, we can access something."
Can we
And that
oh,
little
and I was
baby
just yeah.
lifted that off of his brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
And, what variables would have to be in alignment for that to take place, for you to access it all?
Oh,
You
man.
know, yeah, it would because you couldn't just willy-nilly make it happen. It would have
No,
to
no.
be this, this,
Your
this, this,
adrenaline,
this,
there's
this,
gotta be
this,
some
this.
high stakes,
It's gotta be like this, yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow,
right?
that's interesting, man.
So this next clip I want us to look at, it explores the contrast between uh, our individual and cultural fascination with superheroes, um, in right, and our discomfort with real life versions of people who might be superheroes. Because there's some people out there. I did not know this, Philip. There's some people out there in our bigger cities
Hmm.
that go out in their own superhero costumes with the attempt to save the day. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I
And
didn't know.
I no, I did not know that. So I'm just ready to be taken to school so I can know more about it. So maybe I can okay.
Okay, let's look at it.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
In society, there's lots of restrictions imposed on us all the time. Spandex and capes is not acceptable street gear.
Or are they? Multiple online forums and photo galleries list dozens of real-life crime fighters in cities nationwide. Still, while we relish that hero in the movies,
In real life, we think they're crazy. We don't like people all the way out there. We like people that have been restricted and conform to our societal standards. So that's scary if you have to actually interact with a person like that. Think of how unpredictable it would be.
What are your thoughts?
Okay, so before you even showed the clip, in my head, I was saying these people have lost it. And he just came back and said that that's how we would perceive them. If we saw them in a
Mhm.
cape and walking down the street and professing or proclaiming that they are coming to save something, whatever it is, however it is be, we would try to say, "Are you okay today? Are you?" And I'm sure I would love to hear what our audience is thinking about. How would they interact with someone, and how they would think that, what are you thinking? That would you have uh, someone in a cape showed up on your bus?
Now
You
it
would-
depends on where you live. In Los Angeles, I would probably looking to like, okay, right? But it probably wouldn't cross your mind too terribly much in what Los Angeles, New York
Oh,
City, Chicago. But if they really professed that they were a superhero and that they were trying to help, we would think they've flipped their lid. Because he said because we like people, and this is crazy, that have been restricted and in general conform to our
oh,
societal standard.
right, right, right.
That's our
Because
culture.
that's our culture.
We don't want
And
you to be outside the norm. That's with a lot of
what
stuff, right?
what okay, why do we not want you to be outside of our norm? Because what?
Because we get uncomfortable with
We're
some and
that's that
anything
word.
that's different.
That's that word. That's that word.
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable with it. Yeah. Um I and I consider myself a really open mind. I don't know if that's the right term, but I believe just go with the flow with it. If that's what you wanted to wear, okay. But if that's what you want to profess, I I don't know. I would just I don't know.
You like you're struggling with the idea
I
of
am. Because of those cultural norms, I go
yeah.
to automatically, psychiatric, some is you have a disconnect, and this is not the way, but that's normal. That could be normal, and it's not for me to make that call, I would say.
So I was sort of in the sort of summarizing a little synopsis of what that little piece of the clip meant. I'm wondering if that guy who's presenting it in his work is sort of arguing that our comfort with superheroes is really only confined to movies and in the comic books, right? Because if it was real, um, somebody that could defy the rules of society and how unpredictable. I mean, we're just talking about superheroes, but what about villains? Their unpredictability, we would be unsettled with the fact that he just flew up out of here. He could be anywhere. He just ran around the corner really quick. That would be unsettling to us. And it could be frightening. Could you imagine seeing somebody with electricity coming out of their fingers?
Oh man, it'd be a wrap. It wouldn't be nobody. Everybody, they'd be like, "Oh no, bruh,
It's over.
Yes,
It's over.
Yes,
Right? So he's saying, you're saying it. I probably believe it too, to some extent. We prefer real people, not fiction people, to conform to these established societal norms, even if we have the fantasies or desires to be like, or we will even create those who don't conform. That's that's something to really think about. It's
it
not
really
anything
is.
that right.
I
So
mean, yeah. Go ahead. I mean, and
so
now you're thinking. You got me thinking about villains, because superheroes, and then if you can't have good without having the evil. Are there any villains that that
well, we could do a
not
part 2 of this, and
you
it'll
know? I
be
think so too.
villains. It'll be
Villains,
villains,
absolute. Ooh, yes,
right?
yeah.
So this was one. It was a rather short clip, but this is the third part of it. This part of the clip, if I remember correctly, it sort of gets into what a real world reaction to a hypothetical, if you will, appearance of a superpower wielding individual, maybe an alien, something that we do not know showing up. How would we handle it? So you already looking side eyes, Philip.
Because you bring aliens in the mix, and it's a whole different something.
Well, maybe let me take aliens out, because this is about superheroes. But
But
I would
still.
imagine anything that had this untethered, out of bounds power that we do, we're not going to be. Everybody thinks they would be happy to see it, but I think we might be scared.
Oh no.
Right? Let's look at
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
About that, there's something motivating about that. There's something that drives other people to action and causes other people to follow.
So say a superhuman flies down from planet X. What would our real reaction be like?
Skepticism, immediately. We'd be very uncomfortable with someone that powerful. I'm sure there'd be widespread conversations about whether we should kill him, destroy him, allow any of this to possibly happen.
The other possible scenario, the formation of religious movements around this new superhero.
Is somebody who's so principled and so pure that social forces aren't going to corrupt them, personal interactions aren't going to corrupt them. There's something inspiring about that. There's something motivating about that. There's something that drives other people to action and causes other people to follow them, whether it's a prophet or Spider-Man.
For Discovery News, I'm Jorge Ribas.
Wow.
Whether it's a prophet or Spider-Man.
Wow.
That's pretty deep.
That is, and that it would be so admirable. It said special social forces would not be able to corrupt them. That's wow. That's all.
Well,
I mean,
I'm
he
glad
said everything. Go ahead.
But I'm glad you brought that up, because I think that is a struggle in comics, or of when social forces do interfere, because then they have I think they get a little confused, especially those superheroes that come from other places, and then they start to become closer or more like humans.
And that's okay. Then there's those villains.
Then because they can be corrupted. Then
Then there's that. Oh, okay. So yeah. This is good. This is
Isn't
real
it
good.
interesting?
This is really good.
Uh, I believe he's a PhD, so I love it. He's a person of color, so I'm gonna call him Dr. Swan.
Yeah, I saw that.
He, Dr. Swan. He says that while we dream of power, the reality of someone so powerful and unrestricted, that's the key word, right? Would be very
Mhm.
uncomfortable.
Wow.
But in a comic book, in the confines of a comic book,
Oh, it can make it happen.
it's a fantasy, and we're like, yeah, but not
Yes.
don't make it for real. You know, the one thing that he said, whether it's a prophet or Spider-Man, that's part of the reason why I like Superman is because there are a lot of blogs or studies or papers written on what he represents. And, religiously, he sort
Mhm.
of represents, I'm saying sort of, y'all don't
Mhm.
come,
Right,
sort of
right.
like his goodness is like
Mhm.
a Christ like
Mhm. Mhm.
figure. And I'm
Mhm.
saying like, I'm not, don't
Right,
get it
right,
twisted, y'all.
exactly, right, right.
Right. But some people, could you imagine some people might follow
That he's a deity or something,
a deity?
because he is from a different galaxy, and,
Mhm. And if you
could
can
be
do all these things,
all these things,
you
right,
might end up
right.
I bet you there are a lot of people. And I don't know that they really get into it in the comics because I'm not a comic person, but I wonder if there have been any comic stories about not people just loving Superman, but then following him,
Mhm. Right, right.
right? Because
Yes, yes,
folks will create
yes.
a religion out of something real
Out of
quick.
something. I mean, and I would like to also, those Comic-Con conventions and those things where I don't know too much about them. I do have a friend that attends Comic-Con. So I'm gonna talk to him about just what that if they're just what that is all about because he has said about meeting like Star Trek personalities and everything, and they were just fawning over everything. But I would like to find out what it is
Mm.
about, But
Well, it's clear that that superheroes, they're far more than just figures in
right.
these uniforms. They mirror us, our culture. They reflect our desires and our anxieties. They tap into this fundamental desire for order and
For
justice
order. Uh-huh.
right? Often
Yes.
in this world that feels chaotic and does not feel chaotic currently
Oh,
around the world,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
So superheroes, they might also allow us to indulge in our fantasy of
Mm-hmm.
breaking free from limits because,
Oh,
what does that old commercial say? It's time to make the donuts,
time to make the
working home, right? So
yes,
they
yes, yes.
also remind us of heroism.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
right? They
Mm-hmm.
remind us that it's not just about
Mm-hmm.
power, but it's
Mm-hmm.
about character,
Right.
principles,
Principle,
and
yeah.
choices,
It's
right?
yeah.
That you
Yeah.
have to
I
make
like
when
that.
you wield
Mm-hmm.
power, that much power, whether it's real or it's imagined power. So
Right, right.
I
I
don't
like
know.
those words.
That's
I like those
I
words. Well,
I'm sure we can revisit this, but I wonder what you have to say on our way out
what
of this
yes, what do
about
you wow, wow. What do you have to say about superheroes? That was great today, man. And if this episode made you think or smile or even reminded you of your own story, please share our podcast. If you'd like to keep the conversation going and catch every news episode, smash that like button and subscribe button right now. We appreciate your insights and your feedback from you, our listeners. And every like and every comment makes a huge difference in helping our community grow. Until we meet again, may you discover the inspiration that empowers you to let your voice be heard. Till the next time.
till the next time.
We out. Bye bye.
It's all inside.